Hello, I'm going to pick up a few comments. So why would any of these people take one for the team, says user OK, when all the other wrongdoers before them have also failed to do so, Johnson included? Well, because they are standing for Parliament and they are standing to be honourable members. They haven't yet been fully infected by the filth of Parliament, and you would expect a little bit of positivity and a little bit of honour. I have no idea. That's the standard. That's the ideal. You look at the ideal. You don't look at the shoddy reality. Anybody can come up to the shoddy reality. Only those few who are looking for election should be held to the same ideal that we want, rather than we make do with what we've got. Thomas Bradley says Putin is neither dead nor banished to Gulag. Washington has opened diplomatic channels with backstreet alley conduit contact in Moscow. Resolution of Ukraine has been stymied by Vladimir Putin. This channel's asinine supposition above and below grass seems deliberate recurring theme to what, if any, purpose, other than comedic or necro-ribald rhyme, still eludes reason. I'm not entirely sure of everything that's being said here, but Putin being neither dead nor alive seems to me to be a reference that Putin has become a modern-day Schrödinger's cat. Schrödinger's cat was a thought experiment proposed by the Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger in 1935, and it illustrates the concept of supposition and the problem of measurement in quantum mechanics, that it's possible to think of two things at the same time. So you put a cat in a sealed box with a radioactive atom and a Geiger counter to detect radiation, a vial of poison and a hammer connected to the Geiger counter to break the vial if radiation is detected. And if the Geiger counter detects radiation, it triggers the hammer to break the vial, release the poison, kill the cat. If no radiation is detected, the vial remains intact and the cat lives. And according to quantum mechanics, the atom is in superposition of both decay and undecayed states at the same time until it is observed. Therefore, the cat is simultaneously alive and dead until the box is opened and an observation is made. Until opening the box, the supposition collapses and the cat is observed to be either dead or alive. Now, a source in Telegram, the Telegram channel, and a Russian general both claimed that Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin died on October the 28th last year at 8:15 p.m. It was precise. It was precise. Two different sources, not one, two. And that he has been replaced by a series of doppelgangers. And these allegations suggest that the current Putin, therefore, is different from the original. Or different to the original, if you want to take a modern grammar. Just as Schrödinger's cat is in a supposition of being both alive and dead until observed, so Putin is in a state of being both alive and dead in the public's perception due to a lack of direct, verifiable observation, and due to the fact that there is a deception ongoing. And we know this deception because that, again, has also been referenced and questioned, not only in the international press, but also in the Russian press. There's been pictures of the various doppelgangers and questions about the doppelganger's ears and so on. The box, in the case of Putin, is the Kremlin, or the control of information by the Russian state, keeping the true nature of Putin's vitality hidden from the world, I believe, hidden in a Smeg fridge, rubbing up against the Smedley frozen peas, until a definitive observation is made. Therefore, Putin exists both in a concept which is alive or semi-alive and a concept which is dead. He is two things at once, which I'm sure will give him a lot of pride. Putin is actually already, even if there were no doppelgangers, Putin is already two individuals, a live Putin and a dead Putin. I remember there was a question when I was at school about the Shakespeare play, Julius Caesar dead is more powerful than Julius Caesar alive. And I thought this was a very startling question. And it's not about the ghost of Caesar, though the ghost of Caesar, of course, as you remember, plays a role in the latter part of the play. But it's about the name of Caesar and the influence of Caesar, not only in the immediate historical events, but in the wider world history. The name of Caesar was taken not only by the Kaiser in Germany, but also by the Tsars in Russia. Caesar became synonymous with the concept of empire and the emperor. The supposition, the superposition, is a fundamental principle of modern of quantum mechanics, where a system exists simultaneously in multiple states until it is measured. And the state of an atom, and therefore the cat, in Schrödinger's thought experiment, can be represented as a wave function, psi, which is a combination of the basic states, alive and dead. So psi is 1 over the square root of 2. It's alive and dead, and the probability of each state is given by the square of the amplitude of the wave function. And when an observation is made, the wave function collapses to one of those basic states. So when Putin is finally identified as either alive or dead, the duality disappears. Putin is reduced again to being only a single character. And at that point, so Putin's manifestation, the reality of Putin, people say they want reality. The reality of Putin will be less than the current plurality of Putin. At the moment, Putin is they, to go for pronouns, as opposed to he or she. Putin is they. They is. Actually, they are. He is a pronoun plus a correspondingly plural verb. And the cat's entangled relationship in the original thought experiment with the radioactive atom and the entangled wave function cannot be separated into independent states of atom and cat and Geiger counter and so on until the box is opened, until we can see the evidence. The cat is a plurality. The cat is more than a single cat, just as Putin is more than a single maniacal dictator.